You've probably already watched a bunch of videos on how to use ChatGPT for content creation, so I won't go over that again. Instead, I want to show you a different way you can use this tool, one you might not have considered before. Today, I'll use an example related to building information modeling, but please keep in mind that this method can work for any other topic. Like many of you, I like listening to podcasts and diving into practical YouTube videos. Every time I tune in, something that enriches my life. But let's be real, I often find myself listening while I'm driving or doing other tasks, making it difficult to take notes. And when I finally find the time to summarize what I learned, I don't remember what video I wanted to take notes about. Sounds familiar? That's where ChatGPT comes to the rescue. Stick with me and I'll show you how I'm using it to save hours of my time while boosting my learning and growth. As you can see here on my screen, I'm on my BIMvoice YouTube channel homepage, and here I will take, let's say, this video right here. In my case, I'm using a Chrome extension, YouTube and article summary powered by ChatGPT. If you search for this on the Chrome web store, is this one right here from glass.co. I don't endorse, I don't know anything about this company. I'm just using this product and I find it revolutionary. Here, in this case, after installing the extension and refreshing the page, you will see this transcript and summary. Of course, you will also need to log in to ChatGPT. You can do this with both the free and paid plan. And in order to see more of this, you need to click on this arrow right here to the right hand side. And now you'll be able to see the entire transcript of this podcast. Now you might have seen this icon right here, which is the ChatGPT icon, right? And you get redirected. Here is the whole text from this interview. Of course, there are going to be some mistakes, but that's not so important. The gist and the core of the content most of the time is going to be correct, right? Cool. And this extension automatically takes out some bullet points from what is this podcast about or what is this video about, right? Because you can do this with everything else. Let's see, because I was the host of this podcast, let's see how accurate this is. So in this case, it says that the speaker, Artur Tomchak, is a BSDD manager at Building Smart International. Well, BSDD manager sounds a bit awkward, I would say. He is managing the BSDD project and the development of this project of BSDD at Building Smart International. But yeah, it's quite accurate anyway. Arthur has a background in structural engineering and became interested in BIM in 2013. Yeah, it's not very crazy information here, but yeah, you get to know better the guest in this case. And then it goes on about this. He worked at a global company called Badak. I don't know if this is right, if this is how you write it. We're focused on computational engineering and automation design processes. That's true. Then we can see that Arthur became interested in environmental impact of buildings and started exploring how to automate life cycle assessments. That's also true. And right now he's currently working part-time at Building Smart International on the information delivery specifications, IDS, and BSDD, which are aimed at adopting technology and improving the efficiency of design, construction, and project management processes. Well, this is also a bit wrong, because in this case, he's not working still on IDS. He's now working exclusively with BSDD, but he was working with IDS previously before he moved forward to BSDD. Now let's say that I see these two things here, right? IDS and BSDD, and I would like to find out more, right? And now I keep going and chatting. What is IDS? Where can I learn more about this? In here we get more details about this, and let's see if this repository, yes, that's true, this is the main official repository from Building Smart. And we can see here, if we scroll down, we will see here IDS, right? And here we see the main GitHub repository of IDS. That's true. And if we go to documentation, then we will see some guidance here, right? Then let's see, let's say maybe you work with BIM and you don't know how this tool of use for you, right? And let's ask ChatGPT about that. I work as a BIM coordinator in my case. How could I use IDS? Okay, so what can we do here? Requirement definition. Yeah, that's true. Validation and quality assurance. Of course, this is what IDS does. Information exchange, interoperability, compliance, and documentation. Yeah, these are kind of secondary, but yeah, defining requirements and validating the data in your IFC models is the core of this tool, right? And this is how you can use this tool right here. Let's say if I want to learn more about this specific podcast, right? And let's say that please, right? It's nice to try to be polite with ChatGPT, right? Please remember that. Please write a long summary, let's say, because I want it a bit more detailed about the whole podcast. based on the original text. Let's see now if we get more about this. Okay, now this becomes a bit too long, or maybe not. Can you compress this into 50% of its length? Let's see. Because it was a bit too long, I don't want to read all of that, but something like this, it's quite okay. And let's see. In this BIMvoice podcast, Arthur, a BSD manager at Building Smart, discusses the importance of information delivery specification. Arthur's BIM journey began, yes, in 2013. Arthur's involvement with Building Smart International, yes. The host discussed the impact of IDS on the industry, emphasizing its role in adopting technology, streamlining workflows in the built environment, and the potential of BIM to contribute to the goal. The conversation concludes by mentioning that IDS is evolving towards version 1.0 and it's already implemented using XML schema. Arthur points to Building Smart GitHub repository for resources and documentation. Overall, this podcast episode provides insights into IDS and its significance in the AEC industry, with Arthur Tomczak sharing his expertise and experiences in BIM and sustainability. I think if you read this, you can make quite a good idea about what is happening here, and this can provide you with the information you needed to decide if you want to listen to this or not. And of course, I hope you will listen to it. But otherwise, you can also use it to dig deeper into the topic and take more actionable steps. As I already mentioned in the beginning, you can apply this on any topic. In this way, you can actually build a knowledge database that you can use wherever you need it. Does this make any sense to you? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. So please don't be shy, let me know what you think. And of course, if you have any other use cases, I would love to hear from you. Thank you and see you soon.